We'll get a restart this time. Morgan Shepherd is 1 lap down in 22nd position, right alongside Jeff Gordon. Pace car, Elmo Langley, former race driver himself, now drives the pace car for NASCAR. Stretches out the field and brings his Trans Am to pit road. Chevy, Pontiac, Ford, the front 3. Here they come.
Ford just told us that when his tires were brand new, he couldn't go like he wanted to. We'll see if he can hold Rusty Wallace off here.
On most of the restarts, Rusty got a good jump, and it would take Jeff 10 or 12 laps to gather him back up.
And here we see Rusty getting right up on him.
You know, I really like the race that 28 cars running right now. I tell you, it's just what it's going to take. He's just sitting there biding his time in 3rd place. Ernie Irvin is a very aggressive driver. I'm sure he could run faster if he wanted to.
Hey, who else, buddy, whose fortunes I like at this point is Ricky Rudd. He is not a driver apt to much abuse the car. He's running 5th. Change of lead. Put Wallace right back in front.
Maybe Gordon told us just the way things go. If it plays out like he said, 8 or 10 or maybe 12 laps from now, maybe Gordon can work on Rusty again. But he said it took him a while for his car to come around.
Ernie Irvin in 3rd has dispensed with lap traffic. Now to Ricky Rudd has got by the lap cars. He's up to 4th. Dale Jarrett is now 5th. Two leaders. And here's Rudd diving under Jimmy Horton, a lap car. And then Dale Jarrett now in 5th position, just ahead of Jeff Bodine. But Rudd up to 4th in that Tide Chevrolet and on the move. Here's where Dale Jarrett has progressed up through the field in the last 50 laps.
Well, and you said a while ago on the break that you felt Ricky Rudd was the man to beat, and he is very easy on tires.
Then Jarrett, Jeff Bodine. 5th and 6th. Jimmy Spencer in 7th. Sterling Marlin's up to 8th. Bobby Labonte is 9th, and Dale Earnhardt running in 10th. The rest of the cars on the lead laps. Dick Trickle in 11th. Kyle Petty is 12th. Terry Labonte, Ted Musgrave, Darrell Waltrip, Jeff Purvis, Hut Strickland, Rick Mast, Michael Waltrip, and Kenny Schrader are all on the lead lap here.
All good cars, too.
Now Ricky Rudd has been storming up through the field in these last 50, 60 laps or so. Back up front. Jeff Gordon all over Rusty Wallace now.
Yeah, his car is coming back in again. I think he, you know, a real good race car normally does not run well on restarts because a car that's a little bit looser will take off and leave you when you have fresh tires on.
There we go.
He goes.
You know, just like he called it. You know, he said it won't go on the starts, but it's good after a run few laps.
Boy, look at this crowd. You think he don't have some fans already?
Got a pretty good feel for what his car does. You got to have a feel for chassis. He's got a pretty good feel for what his car's capable of doing. He called this pretty well, exactly the way it played out.
And he took off.
Yeah.
He didn't just take the lead, he took off.
There's the old Tomahawk.
Yeah, every time he takes the lead, the Tomahawk comes out. And they got her in the air now. And he's got it in the wind.
We joked at the Daytona 500, they put that up there because in case he goofs up, they can drop it on his head when he comes in the pits and wake him up. But
you know what's
that's
phenomenal?
not the case.
You know what's phenomenal about this crew? I think the oldest guy there is about 25 or 26 years old. They're a very young team, and they've got the world by the string right now.
No wonder they're playing with Tommy Hawks, a bunch of kids. Doing a man-sized job, I tell you that. They ran good all year long.
And here's Rudd up to 4th place. Here's where he's come from.
And just to the left, this car right there, this Ernie Irvin, right in front of the 41 car, he's a few laps down, so Rudd's on the move to the front.
The impressive part of that, no back step, always forward.
That's right. Takes a big step next year in the formation of his own team, Rudd Performance Motorsport, RPM, if you will.
Number 10. I know that already.
Car number 10?
Car number 10.
I didn't know that. And he keeps tied on the side of that car. 180 laps complete here at Dover. Jeff Gordon back out in front over Rusty Wallace, Ernie Irvin, Ricky Rudd, and Dale Jarrett. We'll be right back. TNN Motorsports exclusive coverage of the Splitfire Spark Plug 500 is brought to you by Napa, because there are no unimportant parts. 186 laps complete. Jeff Gordon out in front. Jimmy Spencer just got together there with Sterling Marlin. That brought the fans to their feet as they were battling for 7th place. There's Marlin in the Ray Bestis car, just ahead of Bobby Labonte now.
Sterling's caught in that outside lane. You see several cars going by him.
And Dick Trickle moves up a notch. In the quicker stage 4.
Terry Labonte trying to get by.
You know who else we haven't mentioned? Old DW. This is the right side of the screen. This is Darrell's kind of race too. This kind of hurry up and wait and roll on and see what happens.
Oh, I guarantee you, he's a thinking driver.
Dick Trickle up into the top 10 right there. He's driven for 4 different teams this year. Butch Mock, Savco Racing in relief of Kenny Wallace, the Rouleau brothers, and now Kenny Bernstein. There's Sterling Marlin, Terry Labonte, and Darrell Walton. That race is for 12th.
You know, Darrell had one of the quickest cars in practice. Every time we clocked him, and he's probably just using his head. He's seeing some problems out there. He's going to take his time. He stays in that lead lap. He could be something to handle at the end.
Harry Gant, Kenny Schrader right with them. I don't make these up, folks. Eric from Florida calls in, says, don't announce the winner of the IndyCar race. Okay, Eric, we won't.
You talked us into it.
Well, that's because some other network carries that tape delayed later on, and he doesn't want to spoil it. Of course, on TNN, you see your NASCAR racing live. Woo! 190 laps. Walter drops to the inside on Harry Gant. Just breeze the car a little.
Schrader sitting right behind DW there. Right, DW? I know you've seen that commercial.
Yep.
Not the 40 times.
Well, it's right so far.
There goes Harry Gant down under Labonte.
Darrell's in 13th place. Oop, make that 14th. Here comes Schrader underneath him. Okay, 14th place.
The car that Darrell, I feel like, is concerned with being in front of is the one that's leading the race. He's going to want to try to stay on that lead lap.
Man, I like that shot right there. You can see the cars working. Harry Gant just went right under Terry Labonte and drove on.
Yeah. Craig Sachs on pit road again in the country time Ford. Heads back out.
That was from our tall cameraman off the 4th turn up there.
You see Kyle Petty right there. Just a few laps ago, Kyle Petty was right up several positions further ahead. He just dropped off the pace, pulled back, got him settled in here, been riding back in this area here. Thought something happened for a while. Speaking of things happened, the 68 car going down the back straightaway, coasting, looks like. And he's back up to speed.
He had just come out of the pit after making a long stop there on the green. And puts Greg back in 34.
So I thought he'd shift in gears. What the heck? I thought he would slow it down.
Mark Martin has spent the last 100 laps in the garage area. They're still trying to get the Valvoline Ford back out here because there are still 300 laps to go. Sterling Marlin in the Ray Bestis car, the Kodiak Chevrolet of Kenny Schrader. Harry Gant underneath. And then Schrader.
That camera angle looked like it might have got a little close there, but it wasn't not anything there.
He had just passed him a couple of 3 at the same time once he got under him. Went by that whole group of cars.
And Kyle Petty, who had backed off the pace a little bit ago, is now caught up to that group. There he is. Mellow yellow Pontiac.
You know, I've raced for a long, long time, and Harry Gant is probably the only driver out of all the people I ever run against that never complains about getting tired to race. Never. Have you ever heard him say that, Neil?
No, I don't guess he ever gets tired. you know,